everyone. We're back with version 0.9, build 114 of Overload. This is the first of the triple-digit build numbers, I think. We might have been on build 100 something recently. I don't know, I'd have to go back and check. But anyway, yeah, this is a pretty big deal. We're almost a year into early access now, and I'm probably going to go back at some point in the near future and see what the first version was like back in the day, because I haven't played it in many, many months. And I expect to be fully astonished, because every patch in between then and now has been excellent in terms of either balance changes or content or mechanical changes, stuff like that. So yeah, this is pretty exciting. I've also got some fresh hardware here. I got a 1070 from NVIDIA directly, so if anybody was worried about my wallet, which I don't know why you would be. But anyway, yeah, got some fresh hardware, playing this on a 144 hertz monitor. I can tell you that if you ever get the chance to do so, I absolutely would take the upgrade to 144, or at least just any high refresh over 60. It's not really night and day, and it's not going to make you a better pilot, but the fluidity is really something else. And I'm also running the main menu at more than 300 frames a second right now. So anyway, I've got two monitors here. I've got the patch notes up next to me. Let me take a look here. So some of the biggest changes are the sound's gonna cut. Hang on, I haven't figured out how to bring that back. All right. Yeah. So the biggest changes are, let's see, a new scoring system. We appear to be switching from kills to points, which has been kicked around for quite a few months now, and has gained broad public support in the past couple of months, I'd say, and the last few weeks especially. What else? We have a new Insane Plus, which I'm not sure how to unlock that in challenge mode here. As you can see, all the leaderboards have been privately wiped. Everybody's score is still there, and the boards currently sort by score. But for the full release, it's gonna flip back over to kills. I'm still using the same profile that I've been using the entire time I've been in early access, so I still have, you know, everything unlocked. I've got 160,000 experience. I've got, you know, all the leaderboard stuff is still here. So if we pop over to Hotshot, you know, on Cyranks, I'm still there. Like, everybody's stuff is still there. It's just there's a few extra things you can look at in the leaderboards. Let's see. There's also a combo bonus in challenge mode, which I'm interested to figure out and then totally abuse. I'm hoping it's not too overpowered, because then it's going to give pilots like me I don't want to say an incredible advantage, because on Ace Insane you're really not going to see it all that much, but on you know, rookie Hotshot, yeah, it's going to heavily favor big time aggression. What else? Steam Cloud Sync was added. People have been clamoring for that since the dawn of time, so that's pretty cool. Now you can play it on different computers. What else? Let me actually see if I can. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't see anything about an Insane Plus on the leaderboards just yet. Maybe that's a single player thing. I'm like trying not to play the single player. I don't see an option for it. I'm made to wonder how that's unlocked. It might just be 100 kills on Insane. Who knows? What else? There's also some pretty significant balance changes. Challenge mode maps have more enemies at once. Some AI changes against kiting, which was exposed by Yanut, or Yanut. I still don't know how to pronounce your name, dude. But that was brought up a few weeks ago, and it was a pretty easy to cheese system, so it looks like that might have been changed. A few changes to centrifuge and pipeline structurally, which sound pretty good. I'm pretty interested to see how those are going to fly. In the interest of quote-unquote science, I'm going to keep doing Cyrank's Hotshot Infinite, just because that's a very consistent experience. And, you know, with historians, for whatever this is worth, are going to be able to go back and see how things change from build to build, and you know, keep things sort of consistent. What else? I'm gonna. This will silence again because I'm running the dual monitor thing, and you can click off the game pretty easily. Okay, here we go. Here's the rest of the patch notes. Robot animation change, differences in the type, how things look when you take damage, a couple of weapon balance things, Titan and Harpy Vs have been changed. I hope they're a little more difficult, especially the Harpy V, because they were just like brokenly easy. Firing distance changes, what else? Ammo pickups. This is a big one. Ammo pickups now scale by difficulty, whereas before you'd get 100 with every box. I figure it's gonna be a pretty massive shakeup, because you can really just like run around the map with a driller forever and ever in prior builds. And if they're only giving you like 50 per box on Insane, that is like, whoa. That's a huge change, just balance-wise. What else? Armor and energy gives slightly less. That's gonna make everything, I don't want to say significantly harder, but like on its face that's going to be harder, but because there's going to be less robots spawning in per map, you're really not going to see, you're not going to see as many robots, so who knows how that's going to affect the economy. I kind of lost my sentence halfway through there. What else? Changes to debris despawn, missile pod pickup was changed, you can only have 10 sticky flares at once. Markers and hologate now match the HUD color. For single-player folks, it's pretty interesting. It's a cute little game feel change there. And then, yeah, robots spawn a bit slower on CM Infinite. And also, Luke in the beta thread mentioned that close spawning was pretty significantly nerfed, which I am very excited about. That's probably one of my favorite, if not my single favorite change out of this entire patch. If things, like, if close spawns were nerfed as heavily as I'm hoping. Which isn't, you know, 100%, because you still need, like, the occasional, like, jump scare thing. But if they were nerfed appropriately, that's going to be a very positive and very major change. I don't know how I have 1,000 points on Cyrink's trainee. I haven't played this yet, so that's odd. Anyway, let's see. I think that's about it. Let me double check. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's another big one. For everyone who's watched this far into the pre-match nonsense, Insane has been locked again. I don't know why. If you haven't played in a while, play the most recent version before you update. Which, I mean, you're probably boned anyway if you're watching this now, because you've probably updated the game, because I'm only posting this after the patch goes out. But yeah, update your shit, or well, don't update your shit, or whatever. Launch your pilot profile in build 94 before jumping into 114, because everything before 94 has been corrupted, or not corrupted. It's just like not readable by this build. So I was worried about that, and I made sure that I could see all my shit, and it's all still here. It's great. It's a good time. Pretty excited about this. This is not really unexpected, but I thought we wouldn't see this until like late March, early April, and you know, stuff like that. So yeah, this is a big one. Sorry, it's Friday. I'm having a rum and bourbon. Anyway, Cyrink's Hotshot Infinite. Let's go. Now, I always say I'm gonna cut it off at like 250. We'll see if that actually happens. Things feel like they're running even faster than they were before. I did some testing on my new graphics card in build 94, and I was able to pull off 120 consistently. With all the graphics settings turned on. I'm now pulling 200 and I'm recording 1080p video on a GTX 1070 with an i5 4590 and 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM. This is the new missile pod. That's pretty nice. I like that a lot. That's a much cooler asset than before. The MP Plus looks like it doesn't track as well. I don't know what's up with that. I had the... Let me tweak the sound just a little bit here. Oh yeah, there's new, for our international viewers and players and whatever, there is a new language select, which is nice. Please report all, like, incorrect languageness to the team. I'm sure they'd be happy to help you out. But anyway, this is, oh yeah, now I'm down to like 115. All right, so it's in and out. It's, you know, it feels a lot better than it did, and I'm watching the Steam frames per second readout. It's great. Syrinx's music has changed. It's pretty subtle. You can barely hear it back there. But it's a little more Deus Ex-like. Let me dial this up a bit. We'll see if it gets more intense. Now, we do not appear to have Titan Vs, and we do not appear to have Harpy Vs, obviously. Hydras are a little more balanced, it looks like. This is a bit quieter of a becoming super auto hop. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. So that's a super Titan. I'm gonna report that to the team right after this. It's great. So up there you can see the combo bonus meter. Keep filling it up. Now, I don't know when the combo bonus is actually applied. Like, do I get plus those points every kill? It looks like, yeah, it looks like I do. So if you just keep your kill count going, you're gonna get some pretty mondo huge scores. Like, it's all consistency. And it doesn't appear to overextend or whatever. Personally, I think this is a bit fairer of a system, and I'm not smart enough to, like, game it. Like, I'm just not fast enough, not smart enough, not whatever. So, like, I'm sure there's, you know, cost benefits you can run moment to moment of, like, should I attack this? Should I attack this? Should I attack this now? Or should I wait, grab this shield, and then go for it? But really, I think so long as you're keeping the meter, you know, above, like, 300 fairly consistently, you should be doing all right. We are... Oh, I can't tell how many kills I have. Oh, shit. That's totally gonna throw me, because I used to use that as a reader for how far into the game I was, and now I have no idea. And I have no idea, like, I can't time my upgrades. Like, I don't know when 50's coming. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I do. It's the thing next to score. That's the kills. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. It's gonna take some getting used to, and that is a rather large bit of interface right there. I would love to see the score next to Hotshot there. Let me turn the... There we go. I guess I'll turn this back up to... I'll do 75, why not? And I'll make this 55, and hopefully you guys can still hear me. Because I know my mic is a little quiet, I just added a noise gate to it because I'm doing a huge-ass load of laundry in the background. Oh, shield is a new sound for shield pickups. It's a little more electrical, a little closer to Descent 1 and 2. this is, it's not exactly easier. I feel like things are doing a little more damage, but that might just be because the shield pickups are worth a little bit less. Although I'm getting 15 per, which I can't remember. I think Hot Shot was 18 per, and now it's just 15. I wonder if it drops off again. It sounds also as if the music is dynamically changing as the match wears on, because it's a little more intense at 100, right? We crossed 100 a little bit ago. If you can hear that, it's a little bit fuller. It's moving a little bit more. It's pretty neat. New weapon pickup noise, which is cool. Cyclone has changed. The fire rate now caps out pretty low. And the energy usage, I can't tell if there's been much of a change. I'm sure there has. Explosions, the smoke is a little bit better. The explosions are nicer. There is no more red debris. I think that was a change in build 94, whichever one was immediately prior to this. Just because that was kind of, not really like distracting, but you just couldn't tell. It looks like there's been some slight inaccuracy introduced into the Super Titans. Those missiles missed me. And before, if you were at a far enough distance, they couldn't miss, which was something. Oh, let me try. Okay, so let me get everybody off my back here. Okay. So I have 328 down to 300. So I have 300 right now, and a box on Hot Shot is still 100. Okay. So I'm betting it goes down a certain amount on Ace Insane. Probably 15, 20, 25 a pop. And the shield value is starting to drop. I'm down to 14 per now. This is, like, there have been pretty major balance changes in the past, but this is just a complete shakeup of it in a lot of ways. That it's like, oh, I gotta relearn whatever. Relearn how it plays. Let me see if there's a new cloak noise. No, the cloak noise is not good. I like the, I really like the new missile pod asset a lot. I'm also getting a lot of creepers. I shouldn't have used the, whatever it is. I do like that the combo sort of caps out. I think that's a really smart way of doing it. And I also think, like, combos generally, in terms of point value, is good. Just to keep it fair, because, like, otherwise you'd have people, like, doing crazy, you know, grindouts of all kinds of helpful loot just by doing combo kills. I feel like I'm getting a lot of creepers and hunters this round, which, I mean, I'm not hating, but I do wonder. Here. Let me get to 200 and see how that changes. Six left. Let me... Yeah, there we go. I've actually been using this a little bit. And I'm really bad at it. but we'll see how things go here. Yeah, the Super Titan missiles being dodged focused, but they can still hit you. So it's like, maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Maybe there aren't dynamic music tracks. Because this sounds the same as at 100. So maybe it just switches over at 100. Ah, jeez. That's pretty rough. Ugh. Yeah, that's a little more difficult. I gotta say. Oh, and there's a new post-death thing. That's pretty interesting. All right. A couple of these have been redone. Scorpion and Hydra right off the bat, I can tell are new. That's pretty neat. It looks like just the word robot has been replaced with auto-op. Yeah, everything fell apart right around here, around 200. I mean, I was just sort of doing, you know, a match for first impressions or whatever, but this is pretty interesting. I like the missile pod change. That's a good one. The balance does feels a little more dangerous, a little bit slower, a little bit fewer things in play. It's a little more strategic in terms of, you know, what you have to choose in terms of upgrades. It's I don't want to say it's even more like Descent, but there's a certain gravity to everything now. And not to say, you know, there hasn't been that gravity before, or this is the first time that like there's a real weight to it, but yeah. Everything feels a little more valuable. There's more strategy. It like, I feel like it just got a lot deeper, which is, I mean, that's pretty awesome. As you can tell, this is a pretty quiet startup, though. I can sort of appreciate that. It gives you a few seconds to, you know, collect your thoughts, but I like the faster startups, but not too fast. Anyway. 302, 350. I'm definitely gonna have to buff that out, but we're still sorting by kills for now. I don't know if score is reported or not. Let me see how this looks in whatchamacallit. So on the leaderboards, I don't see my thing, right? Go back to the CM menu. Yep. Cool. So yeah, that's what that looks like. And that's about it. Oh, and if you hit, okay. All right, well there's another quick bug that I'll mention to the team. But anyway, which is like the music doesn't change when you leave CM. It only changes when you leave the leaderboards. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. This is a great patch. I know this is like sort of light in terms of, you know, whatever, but it's definitely something you have to see to believe. I don't really know how well I can truly convey it, because it's not like a content thing. It's definitely like, it's very much a game field thing. So anyway, yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll be on and off Twitch with this, as always. Hopefully more and more on. But anyway, catch y'all later, and I'll see you in the mines.